Hello and welcome to Wrath of a Spirit. This is a demo for a campaign, so think of it as like a single player mission essentially. After the fall of True Fall, the spirits are facing a struggle for power as their once sworn allies, the satyrs, are returning to claim more than what was agreed upon. From the fallen kingdoms, you must rally your forces and put an end to their uprising. One second, I'm just going to move my webcam over here. The cities of Truefall stand like turf on the salt of a flooded marsh at the end of fall. We will glow through the bodies of foes, for we are the spirits of Noir, and we shall rejoice. Let the battle be joined. Playing as August Graham, I believe. Primary quest: establish a base camp, summon the primary undead army constructions on the high ground to the north, then tighten the defenses in preparation for hostile attacks. You can see there's quite a few optional quests. Hello, how are you doing? This looks like the north to me. Ah, so those are the pesky satyrs, are they? Okay, so let's start off with summoning a gold mine and maybe an Acropolis. Who's this? Let's see if we can save him. Ah, that was one of my ghouls that got picked up. So, spirits are your worker units. We wonder if restoring the granary would benefit us in any way. So repair that maybe. So I'll take my spirits, which are my worker units, and repair that. Or... oh, it is repairing, but I think maybe only one can repair at a time. We have a ghoul. He's a imp. I assume he's there to gather lumber. So I may need to build another ghoul then, because I did lose one. Got Potion of Greater Mana. We've got Devour Magic, which gives us health and mana when we use it on enemies who have buffs. Absorb Mana can steal mana from nearby allies. And Orb of Annihilation soaks up a lot of your mana, but it does a big chunk of like AoE damage. Yeah, I quite enjoy the single player sort of little missions. You're not too devoted. I do want to play some more custom campaigns, but I thought I had this one in my list of ones to do for a while now, and I thought I would give it a go. It's like a pick up and play kind of experience. So we can either go on the high-ish ground or into the murky depths. I'm going to go into the murky depths because it's closer. We don't have any other missions other than establish a base camp, so I might want to wait a moment until this has been restored and see if it mentions what it wants me to do next exactly. Insidious slumber on. Deep sleep. Okay, so they can re-heal themselves if they go to sleep. And they got disease cloud and dead sleep. The unit is in a state of dead sleep. It can be awakened again. Right, I'm with you. I'm going to pull that Banshee off because I think only one of them is repairing. We have an Acropolis now. And that's just about to finish. Ghoul can now bring the lumber in. So I'm going to go get myself a crypt, since that can produce the units. And we might want more ghouls for more lumber. Fortify and rally your forces to victory. We can turn off our sleep here. Main quest, Spirits of Noir. Prevail over the uprising of your ex-allies, the Satyr, and level their towns to the ground. So we got beef with the Satyr, basically. And we're restoring this as part of an optional quest. I may as well get cigarettes once I've got the... oh, hello. Here we go. Ah! Those riflemen are like, that's a bad fight. We gave you a golden chance to run, yet you were so careless to throw it away. And face us. We'll make sure your kind doesn't see the light of day ever again. Wow. He means business. These riflemen are obviously ordered to come and poke at me every now and then. But that's not a good fight for them. Right, I see. So we've restored this and got 2 more units, which is nice. That's the reward. Trueval survivors. Exterminate the last human survivors. I can do that. Now, if we get ourselves some cigarettes along here, when the lumber comes in, obviously. Although not the strongest combatants in the army of the dead in comparison with the mighty abominations, mutants have proven themselves reliable heat-absorbing units in combat. Due to the fine base armor, self-healing capability and plaguing the enemies. We've got Imp, and then there's a Blight Elemental, which we can check out after we get a couple more Imps, so we definitely can secure ourselves some lumber. Right. Send in the boys. They can heal. They got really good damage, actually. 53. So they should be able to handle the early game stuff. I can always put an altar down as a backup. Might want to put a graveyard over here, because at least it's closer to the trees. Ah, Potion of Mana. This guy likes mana. He's a bit of a mana fiend. Okay, looks clear. We got a tech here, so I'll get another ghoul on top of this, actually. Because wood is the thing that's holding me back right now. Ah! Gold mine. Well then, we'll get more spirits. Gonna need lumber for that gold mine as well. It does sound like a Protoss Dark Archon. He's got Siphon Mana, which is obviously super good. But yeah, Siphon Mana is a good way to get a whole ton of mana back. Let's take that as well. Can I put Necropolis? No, I can't. So this is purely for like oh, there's some giant hounds after me here. I'm going to turn that off for now. I can't... Oh, I could. I wanted to... I was going to interact with these. Right, let's go our gold mine here. I'm going to pull you back because you're getting your ass kicked. I'm going to pull you back. We're going to do a little sleepy sleep. We got 4 ghouls. Let's get 5 ghouls because that'll be plenty then. And then these guys can sleep as well. Now we can take 3 of those and put the last one onto here. And then that'll fill up that gold mine. I'm going to get another ghoul. I'm going to do it. Up to 50 food. Wood is still holding me back. I assume this lumber doesn't disappear. Right, we can turn off their sleep. And keep exploring. I missed a gold coin. Well, there's more. I caught one. Or are you talking about the gold coin that I've already grabbed? Rune of the Watcher there. I'm going to tech. I'm going to get a Blight and a Phantom to see what they do. I can steal the mana from this guy. Oh, you talked about the one I grabbed. Okay, fair enough. Who's attacking my town? My beautiful gold mine town. It's those pesky satyrs. So they're going to be sending off units to go and bother that. And since I can't build on this ground, we are going to have to maybe take a look at leaving some units behind. Because don't think I can get any structures here. So there's no way to defend that other than leaving a couple of units behind. So I may just do that. You girls can go on here. There's a Blight Elemental. So not much damage, very little range. Not as good as the mutants, definitely not. There's some mission about eradicating the Satyr Hounds clan. Phantom sounds like it could be good. Oh, you're getting attacked again, eh? Yeah, see, that's going to keep getting pestered. So if I leave these 2 boys to deal with this, and hope that they can hold it for the meantime, whilst I go and explore. Check the title if you're not too sure what it is. I got a shoppy here. I'll put the shoppy over here. Rune of the Watcher, that'll give me fission. These boys are okay. We got some corruption over here, so we can pull these units back. Don't want to fight at the same time here. Ah, they don't pull too far back. Oh, you are pesky, aren't you? The Void Fiends are magic hungry. They sure are. They do like that magic. get this guy's mana in a moment. We're okay over there. More satyrs to kill. I'm going to heal these guys up. I'm going to pull you back. And I'm going to finish you off. I'm going to get some phantoms. I'm going to upgrade that sort of damage because that might end up being like big units in the late game. We've got our cigarettes up so we can get some towers here just to defend in case we have some pesky buggers trying to give us grief. This looks like a bit of a troublesome one though. 45 chaos damage. No easy way to deal with that. In the shop I can get clarity potions. That's all well and good. Healing cells is cool. These guys are able to heal though themselves. We can't purchase mutants. Our phantom is out. Good damage, slow, and has haunt. Sends a phasing fragment of the phantom to haunt a target structure. The attack is effective against buildings. Okay. Ultra darkness for teching, even though we don't need to get our hero back yet. I do need that for the next tech stage. And these are higher tier. I'll carry on doing upgrades. And we can get ourselves a Temple of the Damned. And gold is plentiful. Wood does actually fall, so I actually might be able to come up here. I'm going to check. We're just chilling over here. No. Oh, yes, no. It's either all trees or there's something hidden behind there that you eventually get once you've chopped it all down with ghouls. Doing well for gold, I can tell you that much. Buy a couple of clarities there. Maybe a healing salve as well whilst we're at it. So that's here. No second hero, but we can tech. Oh, he's in trouble. Pull him back. I don't think he's going to make it. Especially since he seems to be getting mega blocked. Okay, just about made it. Have a healing salve. I got to put my little toolkit on so I can use my hotkeys more effectively. Right. I must have lost one mutant though, because I think I've only got... No. I actually do keep them all. Ah, your turn to attack over here. That's what the towers are for. I'm going to just get the upgrades first, and then we'll get one of each of those units. Same for this one as well. I'll get all the upgrades. Again, that's lumber. So we got a food issue. But these ghouls... I mean, lumber issue mostly. Let's get a big damage. Rafa's spirit shouldn't be here. She needs to go back. These girls, they're just chilling. Potion of greater mana. So you're basically supposed to buy lots of mana and keep using that all the time. It's supposed to be tight, I think. Tight. I don't know whether to just get a couple more ghouls and just really steal all the gold. Because it's going to take ages to get a decent chunk of lumber unless I'm like right up to here on the food cap. With ghouls. Hello. Oh yeah, you can get the mutant. Right, let's go for this. Get him down. Research complete, you say? So keep going. Still getting ghouls, are we? We've still got food for that. I'm gonna get some more towers. Wonder how greedy I want to be with the gold. So we've got our units up here. Gonna put those into sleep mode. Give these guys a cheeky tap. Oh, there's a little Mount King hiding there with a cheeky Stormbolt to do a ton of damage. Cheeky. This little guy doesn't look like he's going to be caught up to snuff. And town is on. Yeah, we can lose that. That's only using up food at this point. Wow, straight for the hero. That is mean. Okay, we're coming back. That's not a good fight. This is being pestered as well. I'm going to keep going researches. Oh, we got a cool medieval type archmage dude. He looked like he was expensive. 300 gold. Ooh, he was. We demand additional lumber. Speaking of which, because that little blight thing died, because it's useless, we can bump it up now. I have to get a spare spirit just for repair. Level 6, Finger of Death. That's expensive. Instantly turns a creature or building inside out. At depth level, units of high level status may survive the spell, yet they may still suffer devastating damage. However, legendary units can survive the spell if they're in good shape. 800 damage to non-hero units, so I couldn't just use that on the Mountain King. Right. Come over here. Repair. Treat yourself to another tower if you want. Get that up to 100 food. Well, there's no point really pumping away too heavy for units until you've got like a huge amount of production. And we don't have that at the moment. And then you go crazy. Just get as many upgrades in that and sit on the 50 food. Because you've got 2 gold mines pumping away. So we're doing good here. And then all the upgrades are out of the way. Anti-magic shell possession. That's going to be obviously very strong if you're in a bit of fluff. Can learn the void relativity and void matter serum abilities. Sure, why not? This one's obviously going to be a good one. It's 5 food. Brilliance or unholy convulsion. Permanently invisible to the naked eye. Well, that sounds strong. Let's keep going upgrades on that. We've already got these bad boys. They got Disease Cloud now. Oh, hello. These girls haunt phase. Oh, okay. Hang on a second. Bear with me here. You guy, you've been asleep too long, mate. Ah, they're doing this again, are they? Okay. So this is like a passive that does bonus damage against buildings, essentially. Now they got Siege here, which actually makes them insanely strong, in a way. Sorry, buddy. I'll let you go. But at the same time, that's a good thing, because it just means more ghouls. More trees, more lumber. I'll get this for their increased movement speed. We can do this, because why not? But I'm not going to really invest too much into that. I'm just getting everything so I can eventually build everything and get a nice mixed army. If I was playing really try hard, I would probably just make only the same type of unit. So I could concentrate better and only get the other units that are absolutely super useful. But since we're sort of exploring campaign style here, we'll try to use an eclectic mix of a whole bunch of stuff. The army that they keep sending does keep getting bigger. So I've got to make a bit of progress here. I'm going to take that mana potion. I'm going to pull these back. No point doing 800 damage to a rifleman. This is annoying. If I can pull them using that, maybe? I don't know if that's enough to aggro them. Also, where the hell you come from? Oh yeah, they are going hard on this, aren't they? Look at that. Woo! Another level though. If this is going to soak up mana, it may as well do a ton of damage. My queen. I feel like mass towers maybe is a good way to go. They're quite pesky. Can I even squeeze in and out of that spot if I build that there? Probably not. We've got little space here. I was thinking about over here for like some territory, but best you can do is probably one more building here. So if I put a cigarette there, that'll actually spread the blight. I think mostly everything is upgraded at this point, so we've got quality content. Looks like it. So I will be encouraged to push my food soon. And then start, you know, laying waste to the satyrs and all that business. Here they come again. And they get bloodlust, which makes them very nasty. Oh, you got that as well. Okay, hang on a second. Bear with me, fella. You're a bit rude. I'll have to come over and deal with this one. That's a massive army. May have to actually come over and attack these guys, because it seems like they're obviously doing a lot more to me than the humans are. So we'll deal with that in good time. Chaos indeed. Ah, gold mine, huh? I guess I gotta find a new gold mine. Attack my own buildings there so it reduces the threat. And we can put another structure down here, can't we? Let's see if I don't get stuck. So in that case, I'm going to send a few ghouls to chop the trees here, just in case the unit that comes out of that production facility gets stuck. So mutants, we can fit in a mare now, because we lost some food supply, and we can fit in a thrasher. So it gives us a chance to take a look and see what the heck it's doing. Don't forget I can actually remove their bloodlust with Devour Magic. Oh, you've been doing that. That's where the food supply went. Right, I'm with you. They're quite persistent, actually, yeah, these attacks. Looks like he's kind of consistent on attacking. Doesn't worry about me pushing him here. So I might lose that. Because I don't think I can drag his attack. Oh, there we go. We got him. What's this guy up to then? Causes his unit to attack faster. Doesn't seem to cost me anything for it, other than just a cooldown. Relativity of the void slows for time for targeted enemy combatants attack. Okay, sure, why not? Well, they're going for it. This guy looks interesting. Binds 4 units together. Let's try that, shall we? Although, oh, I see. That's the Spiritling. Render the immunity to spells. That's very good. Brilliant Sword. That's very good. True Sight. That's very good. Concealed Form. So that's basically so he can't be attacked, I guess. But he can't do damage at the same time. And then increase the friendly unit, so that's like a bloodlust. Okay, so we're starting to understand what it is they all do now, whilst we're just sort of dancing around buying time. These girls can come over here and get this gold mine, actually. Notice how I'm so greedy when it comes to gold. That I'm deliberately staying at 50 food no matter what, how much pressure I get under. There's a reason for that. That's what melee games train you to do. So if you see someone doing that, they're a melee player, typically. Ironically, it's almost more of a free-for-all player, but I hate free-for-all because it's a game based on luck. So, screw free-for-all. Mares don't have much damage, though. So you don't want to mass them too much, I don't think. They're kind of a support unit, really. In fact, they're just really a support unit, so even just having one of them might be a bit enough. So I would think Banshees are obviously overpowered because they can kind of possess, but I'm not going to... maybe you do it a little bit. I'll do a little bit of it, but it's a bit cheaty, Banshees are. I'll get the other 2 units so we can get this Greater Blight and then a couple more mutants to tank. We're going past the food limit now. This one was alright as well. A lot of our upgrades are done here. We got a couple of spare Banshees. Everyone happy? We all good to go? Let me buy a couple more bits and then I think I'll be satisfied. Does the mare have spell immunity? Yes, they do have spell immunity. Oh, I'm being ganked by the human. You only need 1 since magic attacks can't kill them, despite being ethereal. Yeah, but they'll still just attack anything else nearby. Yeah, they can't attack them, they'll just attack. Because they can't... I don't look like they can attack. They weren't interested in attacking him. Right, what are these little dudes? These are the guys I haven't checked out. Hey, Grinspooner, thank you very much for the sub. Essence of the Blight restores 10 hit points to friendly units. Oh, wow. So that's an obsidian statue, kind of.
WC3
And abolish magic. I don't know if they can both cast that at the same time, or whether it's like if one of them's casting it. I can actually steal with Devour Magic the debuffs I put on these, that the Banshees are putting, the Curse, and give him mana. But you don't necessarily want to spam Curse. Hang on a second, they don't have Possess. They've got Anti-Magic Shell and Curse. I was going to say, Possession's very strong, so that's not being removed from the tooltip. And what do we got? One more Greater Blight. We can have one dedicated to that, and I have two dedicated to healing or something. I may as well level up the ult. That's 1600 damage now for the same amount of mana. Oh, it's your turn to get attacked now, is it? Okay, let's go. I'm going to leave a couple of these bad boys over here just to sort of tank it. So it's not just the towers that are tanking. And then I'm going to reassign all of my units to whatever it is they're doing. So he just stands here, he just stands here. If they get killed, I can replace them. I don't want to spend too much time concentrating on the attacks. I want to push the attack. I was going to come over here, wasn't I? But, yeah, I guess I will commit to that. So now everything is in order. We still need actually a couple of these to probably just guard here as well. Although, to be fair, I don't think 2 is enough. We got those. Those are going to go on a separate hotkey because they're like healers. I'm going to do this. Soulbind. You. Soulbind it all up. And I don't know, you can stay over here for now and protect with those ones. And then we're going to take this army. Devour that. Watch out for the range of Devour though, so carefully put them into position and then do it. Because otherwise your unit's going to be going like that. Don't have to abolish magic because he can steal it, but I'll have it just in case I don't bother to steal. Right. Get a couple more Banshees. One Mutant. And one of those and finish up those upgrades. And we'll just try to deal with the attacks that come here. Because everything's being... You know what? A healer would be good over there as well. Oh, blimey. Look at this. Going to town. These boys need to come back. They're DPSs basically. Banshees, Haunt Phase. Kind of nasty. Just keep an eye on the health of all your business. Oh, we've run out of gold here. So we're actually out of gold now anyway. So I really don't want to lose any units if I can help it. He can take damage because he's got healing cells, that's okay, as long as he doesn't die from it. The Rune of Watch is useful. All those ghouls are kind of a bit redundant now. This is kind of always what happens, particularly if you're a human player.
I shall be your eyes. What needs revealing?
So we're going to leave the ghouls just to defend or die. One or the other. Probably die, because they take up food supply. I'm an agility hero, actually. I just noticed that now. Which is an odd choice for this character. I thought it'd be intelligence hero. We can have some curse on, because they don't have... just keep that on my main hero. And we do bind. If you have anti-magic, you can't actually do bind. So you've got to be careful with that as well. We want to sort of pull them into these thin, narrow passages so it messes up their AI. I'll just steal mana whenever I can, I guess, with him. That needs to level up though, so that can be more significant. It's like a custom, it's a demo of a custom campaign, so it's more of a single player mission as far as I know. I don't think there's any extra levels. You girls can come back over here then. Greetings, master. We were expecting your... Oh, you put me over the food cap, but I'm not even mining gold, so that's okay. Let me read that, if I can. And when the satyr approach the city, we hid here, set in an ambush, should you require our assistance while breaching the perimeter. Okay. I mean, the ghouls can die. Like I say, they're exposed. They're, you know, they're good for the chopping block. These units can pull back and just defend the main base. You come over here, girl. Get yourself some healing. Is that actually working? Or is it a single target heal?
Our forces are under attack.
You can't see his health bar. I mean, you can. You can see it going up, so it is working. Oh, wow. Here we go. When we talk about multifunction units, it's hard. I've got a lot of reading to do here. Multifunction units, nothing stands out more than phantoms. These range support units, servers... Ah, well, siege units. Yeah, phantoms are good, basically. Long story short. TLDR, phantoms good. A lot of reading. I feel like these guys aren't using Essence of Blight much. Even though that's the highest priority. More so than actually stealing mana. I mean, dispelling. So many satyrs in this cursed town. Riflemen are coming up to attack here. Potion of Grey Mana, sure, why not? My sight is yours. Do gather some extra units from time to time. I'm just going to send these imps off to die, because they're just rubbish. Spirit Link plus healing is insane. Can you get over there? It looks like he wants to go a different way to get over there. He seems confused. There you go, you got it. What about this one? Can we get that? Or do we need to chop the trees? There's pesky humans there. Probably need to chop the trees. Do I have any ghouls still? Oh, I killed them. I still got some ghouls back at base. My sight is yours. I shall be your eyes. I'll look. Should put that on, right? So we can start getting some bloodlust. I think phantoms might be the best units for their food costs, generally speaking. Provided I don't kill them. This guy's like totally out of mana now. I think I lost one unit there. That's probably Banshee. Renal greater healing, that's okay. We get mostly mana back actually at this point. Since I've been doing this, the attacks have eased up on my base. That's a really good item. Mass Banshees is probably the best approach. So we've kind of explored this little area. I just want to see if there's like one of these sentry wards. Yes, I felt like there would be. So I can at least see what's going on over there. Hello. Yes, I would likely put this onto YouTube, provided I don't crash or anything weird like that. Let's come over here, deal with these guys, get the item from behind the trees, so take one ghoul, bring him over to me, pull these guys back. And off you go. I don't know if I want to do the compulsion, unless I have multiples of them to have the mana for it. Because I find that that's very mana intensive. Like, he's too low on mana now, whereas Soulbind is very good for me. If these guys are being attacked though, they don't get hit very often or very quickly. It's kind of the purpose behind it. Mr. Cannon Tower, it was you who was causing me trouble. Mr. Ghoul, do you want to chop that tree for me? Thank you. When you get an opportunity, feel free to... Oh, look at that, the Banshees. Oh my gosh, that damage. Getting ganked from behind here. This mutant will tank it for now. Rune Braces is basically kind of useless at the moment. That's a lot of mess, isn't it? Let's see how we go with this one. Gonna lose some units here for sure. Can I get more into this little bit here? There we go. I'll try that. And then that way they can't get past him because he's sleeping. And I can keep him bottlenecked a bit better. I think we'll do that, shall we? Oh, hello. Bit of a cheeky attack going on there. I'm gonna get more of those girls. They're pretty good. I'm never going to use this because it just costs too much mana. I mean, you could use... Let's just use it once. Maybe. Maybe. There you go. You've seen it done now. For the sake of, you know, showing things off, you can say you've seen it now. I may as well take these guys over with me. Takes a lot, actually, doesn't it, to kill these guys? I need something real DPS. Those Blight Elementals, I never rebuilt those, did I? They didn't seem like they were powerful enough, though. Too early game units. Wonder if that Ghoul got killed again. I suspect it did. Ergo vis-a-vis. I will take another Ghoul. I got plenty of them. We're going to pull our hero back in after all of this is dealt with. Got ourselves some gold. We're at it again over here. Purge Treant. Did I make a greater blight element? I did, yes. Those are the ones that are healing. They're like obsidian statues, but kind of not as good. It says 10 hit points nearby units. I think they are working. But it's... I don't know. I don't know. I'll put one on Abolish Magic. But that's always... Yeah, whatever. Yeah, let's just do that. I'm going to steal mana from you. See, if I level this up a bunch of times, it's better. Because I can just get way mana back way quicker. Someone's attacking over here, because you're over there. Don't know why you're over there, but maybe I got you for free. It's a sacrificial skull, which isn't that important. Granite Golem. Destroy the Granite Golem to acquire the mysterious artifact. Sure. He's patiently waiting for me to attack him. Let's get that Bloodlust going again now. That didn't actually do any damage. Oh my. It's going to take me a little while to get past this bad boy. I don't think they can attack because they got magic damage. No, they can't. Neither can these attack. At least my hero can whack them away. This is a nice little base defense. It messes them up quite nicely. Ooh. Not my blight. If you're ever going to lose a unit, just make it attack one of your own other units. Because then he has to swap to another target. Because he no longer sees them as a threat. Well, he shouldn't do. Oh, there we go. So, Navy Stone Slammer acquired. Okay. Where, though? There it is. Let's just use that. Grants the ability to slam the ground, dealing damage, basically. Sure. And increases armor. Okay, fair enough. That's a little bonus for you. Sacrificial skull I don't need.
I shall be your eyes. I go unseen.
It's very ethereal music in the background. Did that ghoul ever do the job of destroying that tree? Or will I forever be waiting for these ghouls to actually kill that tree? Get it done. Patience has reached its limit. Yeah, that's fine. These ghouls can just give up, to be honest, or take those trees. There'll obviously be another Watcher Ward over here. There we go. Okay, so I feel like I've done enough here so I can come back down here, if that makes sense. I've cleaned up enough. I'm going to go over and deal with that as well in a moment.
What needs revealing?
Oh, there's the next attack. Get ready. I'll just let him deal most of the damage, because he can whack off Orb of Annihilation. I can actually remove the debuff from me, although they just reapply it. The curse is annoying, because I might not land. But if they're sitting on the bridge here, this should do splash damage, but it might not be actually. I think it's not. It's not like the Destroyer one, which does like splash damage. But we can either steal the buffs off of you that way, or we can do Siphon Mana. Whichever one you wish. Both will work. But effectively, this guy's now strong enough where he can kind of just like solo this whole thing. I can focus the ones... In fact, let's do that, since I'm getting mana. You see how powerful this character can actually be? It's quite cool. So I'm not even helping him with the army right now. What is this? F? As long as I don't lose too much of my base. Because remember, we've got limited gold. He's in a bit of a pickle now. But he has been fighting a long time by himself there. So that will do for now. The only thing that would make him more perfect is if he had life drain. Right, those ghouls are done. The annoying thing is that they do keep attacking you over and over, so it is kind of a pest. There's that stress of never being left alone. I think there might be another gold mine over here. I get a sneaky suspicion there would be. I'm glad I actually got as much gold as I did whilst I was at 50 food. But there'll be another attack coming from there within like no time. Don't forget Slam. Is it even worth using? It's 100 mana. It doesn't even really seem like it's worth using. It's just the armor. You brought me back.
I shall be your eyes.
Fine, I'll do Slam once, but otherwise no one cares.
My sight is yours. I shall be your eyes. What needs revealing?
There's another attack. Bloody Mountain King. Hey, give me something to eat. Take me go. Nasty splash damage in there. Oh, look at the damage that he takes.
Our town is under attack.
Why have I been so?
Ah, there's got to be a gold mine coming up. I got a sneaky suspicion. There it is. I can actually use soulbind and then steal that as well, I think. Maybe not. It might remove it, but I wasn't getting the buff from it.
Why have I been so?
Night vision has been improved. There's some cheeky peasants. Shame I can't possess those.
Town is under attack.
She's ready to take the gold mine.
You brought me back.
We're almost done with this lower level. Gonna lose that tower, unfortunately. There's just too much attacking to not lose something. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh wow. Okay, that's not so bad. So they just keep coming. They don't stop coming. I can go up there obviously, but I'm gonna just stick around here. Stick around. We're gonna go this clunky, short, weird path. That's gonna get us in trouble. Just because I know that it's been mapped out then. They are persistent. I think you get these from time to time. Unless I left them there ages ago and forgot about them. I just want to double check I got that tome of strength. I'm sure I did.
I shall be your
No, you can't possess the workers because I ain't got possession. The tooltip was a lie.
Our forces are
Okay, I did get the thingamajig.
Will this ever end? I will aid you.
Cut it out. He's a big old tank boy. I'll stop attacking myself now. I'm not attacking myself because I'm bad. I'm attacking myself for tactical reasons. I explained it a bit earlier. It stops the towers from getting killed. If something else takes a higher... Something with higher health pool takes the hit. A mutant. I may as well take the mana off of these. They don't seem to care about it, do they? It's the first time I'm using that. Oh yeah, mutant is still asleep. That lasts basically forever, so you need to turn it off. Boom! Get out of here. He's on a cooldown there though, so I've got to be a bit careful of him. Pesky satyrs, yes they are. They're pesky, pesky satyrs. We're at that food cap now, so I might want to lose a unit. Lose the Banshee. It's not so important, to be honest, in this. Wow. Satyrs, Masons, Legion has been... So that's one of the camps. There's 2 more. I've still got those truthful survivors to deal with. So I've gone a weird way, but at the same time it kind of made sense. I didn't think I would want to push too much more on that regard. I wanted to clean up the bottom, and now it's taken me all the way over here. But fair enough, if it has, it has. I've got an extra gold mine for it, so there you have it. Oh no! He died before I could protect him. Those satyrs are nasty, man. They actually have good damage. That's the reason. They don't have the most health, but they do fairly good damage. That's why they're so persistently pestilent, I suppose. If you're going to use this whole undead theme. And you lose those ghouls, they're kind of pointless. I'll get one backup necropolis in case something goes wrong in my main base. Shouldn't I have one here? Yes. Yes, right away.
Our forces are under attack.
I'm gonna go back up to the top at this point. We're going round in like a circle.
I shall be your eyes.
Hey, come back here. I don't have enough mana to siphon mana. XD. This does blow through his mana like crazy. Oh. Oh, cool. Some more units. I mean, good and bad. I have to kill them off, basically. Or I get, like, very little gold. So we kill off the ghoul and one of these. Tome of Strength. Level 16 Void Lord. Or Void Fiend. What a fiend. Is this evil Asmongold? So it looks like we've cleaned that up. So actually, yeah, I've kind of cleaned up the top, so it might be coming back through here and doing all of this and then leaving that purple guy to last at the top there. Of course.
I shall be your eyes. Summoning is complete.
I've still got food. Hang on a second, bear with me. Someone's not died.
Summoning is revealing.
I can just attack him without attacking the building. If I wanted. Very simple. Where's your slam? I think I finally used it. The Murlocs dropped a Sobi Mask. And I ignored that? Outrageous. You actually know Sobi Mask is actually a trash item if you don't have much intelligence, which this character has next to none. So I actually won't pick it up anyway. I won't go back and pick it up. It gives more mana back based on the amount of intelligence you have. And this character's got bugger all. He's a dumbass. I need to... maybe... nah. Yeah. Nah. Yeah. Let's get rid of those two at the moment. When those die, we can do this. Wow, they got a lot of production facilities. These are the guys who've been spamming units at me the whole time. I think I'm winning. I'm level 18 now. This guy's like uber powerful. Those phantoms are the best ones. Especially since a lot of your time is spent attacking buildings too. I was almost expecting a satyr hero or something. I can pull these guys up from this side. Ah, there's the flesh golem, so that'll be a bonus quest. Have no doubt. You probably don't need 3 of these. 2 of those might be enough. Guess their healing is doing enough of a good job. But, you know, they serve me well, so I'll keep them as is. Simple as. Did I receive a free mutant? I mean, I've had one, but... yeah, I don't think I got another... oh, I did actually. Okay. Slay the flesh golem to add his fortification powers to your army's constructs. Slaying you isn't personal, but we need your powers. That's what they all say. Gonna suck off his mana. There it is. Give you that power. Fortification. I guess that's maybe extra armor or something.
Why have I been
My sight is yours.
I'm gonna take this personally with those treants. Those little worker treants. These are actually good mana batteries, if anything. Just keep absorbing mana from them. The hotkey, though. What's the hotkey? Oh, I'm already at full mana, that's why, my bad. Looks like my gold count's got out of hand again. I do have a town portal, actually. Pesky. You gonna make me come all the way back, are you? How did they find me? Who told them? Die! May have to get some towers or something just to defend this point. AI does have map pack, yes. It most certainly does. Graveyard is actually a pretty good tank. Okay. It blocks. Who's under attack? Someone's under attack. Okay. On the way back. We're cleaning things up now. Might be able to get to level 20 at this rate. It's a pretty cool little level, actually. Quite different to have like an undead sort of themed campaign. That isn't like about Arthas, you know. Interesting units.
Why have I been summoned?
I'm forced to have, you know, a good mixed army. Like I say, normally I would mass one unit, but in this case it's actually fairly useful to have like quite a few of them. They all serve their purpose one way or another. Shall we truck in some of the dodgy ones? Let's chuck in some dodgy blight elementals. Get some of those, lol. And get some banshees for curse again so I can mess up the enemy. AI. Right, we've cleaned this up. You'd think there might be something over here. It looks like there would be, right? But you can't quite get over there. So unless that's like a secret.
Summoning is complete.
But as far as I can see, that's how you get over there. I reckon there might be something there. And the only way I can think of getting over there is ghouls. But did I kill all my ghouls off? I probably did, to be honest. So we may have to get some ghouls. And then we can send the ghouls here. Chop these trees. Because you want to follow the line of the cliff. And you can see the cliff goes like this. And then it looks like it still goes to flat terrain and then a ramp. There might be nothing down there, but there's some crates. I reckon there's some survivors there. Maybe you can get there more easily than chopping the trees. But that's how I see it at the moment. Is those trees are blocking. And that's the only entrance. So with that said, ergo vis-a-vis, concurrently, I shall use ghouls to destroy those and move on with my army elsewhere. Oh.
I'll look into it.
Where's my little jank units? Oh, there they are. Yeah, 19 to 27 damage with 400 health, even with all those upgrades. I think one of those upgrades may give them a bouncing attack, so they're not completely useless, but they're not really that good either. At least, I don't think it's like at this stage. Put the banshees closer to here so they can attack these buildings and do siege damage. If you put them on hold position, they'll actually behave and actually start doing something rather than just stare up at the high ground. See? The AI will always try to mess up and misbehave, but if you've played the game long enough, you sort of know how to manipulate it. You have to do extra effort in Warcraft 3 to make units do certain things, which is fine at a certain level, particularly single player level, but if you're against a high level player, it's really stressful. It's not as simple as just attack move. It's about making sure that all your units are actually genuinely doing what they can do under the best circumstances. And they will fight you tooth and nail. No crash either, so that's good. This isn't played on the PTR, by the way, in case you're curious. This is played on normal, because it's just like a single player map. It's not a campaign per se. So I'm not super committed. This should run out soon, but it's still going. I might not want to kill these yet. That'll shut them up for now, though. Because there's still some survivors.
I shall be your
Call to me if I must.
Ah, there you go. There's some survivors there.
Why have I been summoned?
Poor human survivors. Didn't survive that, did they? Tome of Sacrifices, huh? What's this all about? Grants the ability to sacrifice a friendly non-hero unit to restore hit points. Also increases the hero's mana. Sure. It's the sort of thing this guy would do. But it seems a bit uncalled for, really. Particularly at this point. Ah. See, that was a bonus. 104 food. Haha. Ah, we've got even more here. Where's the last human survivors then? There's even a tome. Ah, there we go. That might be it. Distract them with the higher health units. Not that I even need to keep those alive, it's just a habit. I don't know if there's anything here. I don't think you can... I mean, you can maybe send ghouls there to chop those trees. I think that's just going to be like a thicket of trees. I'm level 20 now, max level. I don't have any flying units as far as I know, actually. No, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. And there's no super boneyard or anything like that. Super boneyard. Right, let's go deal with those pesky knights.
I shall be your eyes.
What must I do?
Raconia. Thank you very much there for the sab. Oh, the Bandit Lord.
Butterfly cam must be on the left. Them's the rules.
No, because it's like a campaign. If I'm doing like a single player campaign particularly, sometimes custom games, if it's got a lot of talking characters in it, their portrait is always on the left hand side. So, for your sake, I show the webcam on the right hand side. I actually legit don't know where these human survivors are now. That's the last optional quest. Hey, thank you for the gifted sub. Exterminate the last human survivors of the true... Wait. The last human survivors? Oh, it's of their civilization. So there's still probably some humans left. I was going to say. Am I want to be responsible for killing all humans? Kill all humans. I don't know. What do you think they are? I thought I checked everywhere, but there's some crates here, so it's possible that I missed that spot. I need to reduce my army size, because at the moment everything's bumping into each other, so I'm just going to go with this. There you go. That's my total army now. The rest of this can just chill over here. I can send units all over the place. I just hope that they come across something. If they get killed, they get killed. I don't think it matters too much now. I always get a bit OCD about trying to save every single unit, and almost like competitively so. But when you've got 6,900 gold, it's probably not that important to make sure that every single unit is alive. And more to focus on the strategy or the macro aspect of actually finding these buggers. There's a satyr there, actually.
Let's see.
So he's a survivor.
Why have I been sleeping? Yes.
I see the crates. I see the gold. But I still don't see the human survivors. This music's so weird and kind of freaky. It's nice in a way.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, we found something.
I shall be your eyes.
Well, there it is. Let's get going. That's where they be. That's where they be.
What needs revealing?
This guy actually is not attacking me.
My sight is yours.
Is he going to program to go for my base? Is that what he's trying to do?
I shall be your your
Our
eyes.
gold mine has
End
collapsed.
my torment.
Send the banshees in.
My bow is ready.
What needs revealing?
I may as well leave an army over here to finish those guys off, actually.
End my
Because it's going to take me half an hour to get back over there.
Will this ever end?
I don't think there's anything here. It's just a thicket of trees. I'll just attack move, it's fine. None of this is going to kill, though. It needs my hero to be there to actually kill them, but at this point it doesn't matter. We're not going for score points. This Griffin Rider's got the piercing damage. Nasty boys. I've used the exposed form. They can't be hit. Rah. I can actually siphon... No. I can take your mana though. No. It won't let me because he's like immune. Be gone, Harvest Manifold Griffin. Advanced Boulder Tower. Don't see that every day. That last peasant is probably the last one. I'll use the book because why not at this point as well. There you go. I'm a bit worried because I haven't actually completed the quest yet, have I? They can't be somewhere else, can they? How is that possible? Wait. Ah. Dear little ocelot. Wow, that's clever. Maybe if he saw it from that side, he can destroy the things.
I shall be your eyes. What needs revealing? My sight is yours.
End my torment.
Take that. Staff of Sanctuary, that's a bloody good item. No rest for the wicked. There it is. Don't need that item. Okay. That just leaves the satyrs.
Why have I been let the living be if I must?
Which we can gank with the banshees. Keg of Ale's fine. But it's like parry up to vitality plus some flat mana. There you go. The Satyr of Fire has been extinguished forever. Well, this is dark, isn't it?
I will aid you. Will this ever end?
Hey. There you go. I'm going to just mute that for a second because I'm going to get copyrighted otherwise. Wrath of a Spirit. That was a good little single player experience that burned an hour. So thanks for watching if you made it this far in the video. And type in hashtag Banshees Be Gone. That will do. I'll see you later in the next one. Take care.